The 3 Days of Darkness, an ancient prophecy and its spiritual significance. Throughout history, whispers of an event known as the 3 Days of Darkness have circulated across spiritual traditions, ancient prophecies, and mystical teachings. Some believe it to be a period of profound transformation, a gateway to a new age where humanity sheds its old ways and steps into a higher consciousness. Others fear it as a time of great uncertainty, a moment of destruction that might signal the end of everything as we know it. But what if this event is not about destruction, but renewal? Erica Cooper delves into this phenomenon, exploring whether these 3 days hold the key to unlocking our hidden spiritual potential. Could this be the catalyst that reshapes the destiny of humanity forever? The prophecy of the 3 Days of Darkness, what does it mean? The legend of the 3 Days of Darkness has been spoken of in various cultures and spiritual traditions for centuries. From the Christian apocalyptic warnings to the esoteric teachings of the mystics, many have envisioned a time when the earth will be engulfed in an unnatural darkness where the sun, moon, and stars will disappear from sight. While many interpret this as a literal event, others believe it is a symbolic transformation representing the moment when humanity will undergo a shift in consciousness, a period where old systems dissolve and a new spiritual awakening begins. Erica Cooper suggests that, whether literal or metaphorical, these 3 days represent a powerful cosmic reset. In many sacred texts, darkness is not something to be feared but rather a spiritual pause, a time when the universe forces humanity to reflect, let go of illusions, and prepare for something greater. The darkness, then, may not be an ending but an initiation into a higher state of being. The spiritual significance of darkness in transformation. Darkness is often misunderstood. It is seen as something negative, something to be feared, something that symbolizes an absence of hope or light. However, in many spiritual traditions, darkness is not seen as a void but as a sacred space of transformation. Just as a seed must be buried in the dark soil before it can sprout into life, humanity too may need a period of stillness before a great awakening. Consider how spiritual initiations in ancient mystery schools often involved isolation in darkness. Monks, shamans, and sages withdrew into caves or secluded places, not to escape the world but to expand their awareness beyond physical limitations. Darkness, in this sense, became a gateway, a place where the external world faded, allowing one to connect with the deeper truths of existence. If the 3 Days of Darkness were to occur, what if they served the same purpose? A forced moment of global reflection, a time to step away from distractions and turn inward? In such a time, the strongest guidance will not come from external sources but from within. The absence of light could be the universe's way of awakening the hidden potential within every human being. Cosmic alignments, is this an astrological event? Many prophecies about great shifts in human history are linked to astrological events, times when celestial bodies align in rare formations, creating energetic shifts that influence consciousness. Erica Cooper explores whether the 3 Days of Darkness could be part of a greater cosmic cycle, a moment foretold in the stars. Astrologers have noted that certain planetary movements coincide with major turning points in human evolution. When celestial bodies shift, they create energetic waves that can affect everything from our emotions to our physical reality. Some believe that we are entering a period where Earth's energy is being recalibrated, and that these 3 days may be a cosmic event designed to align humanity with higher frequencies. If we look at past celestial events, we see how they have signaled great awakenings, the Renaissance, the Age of Enlightenment, and even modern technological revolutions. Could this alignment be the final push humanity needs to transcend outdated paradigms and step into a new frequency of awareness? The hidden wisdom in ancient texts, a spiritual cleansing. Ancient civilizations left behind stories and teachings that seem to warn of a period of darkness followed by transformation. From the Egyptian Book of the Dead to the Vedic scriptures of India, there are accounts of a time when the world would be shrouded in darkness before humanity reawakens to its true power. In many cultures, this prophecy is not about destruction but purification. The idea that humanity must pass through a veil of darkness before stepping into enlightenment is a common theme across sacred texts. These prophecies suggest that the 3 Days of Darkness could serve as a spiritual cleansing. A time when falsehoods fall away and truth emerges. Erica Cooper believes that these ancient warnings are not meant to induce fear but to prepare us. What if we are being given the chance to embrace this transition rather than resist it? By understanding these texts, we may find guidance on how to move through this transformation with wisdom rather than fear. How darkness can activate the pineal gland. Science has long explored the effects of darkness on the human brain, particularly the pineal gland. This small but powerful gland is responsible for producing melatonin, regulating sleep cycles, and even producing DMT, a compound linked to spiritual experiences and higher consciousness. In many spiritual traditions, prolonged exposure to darkness is a method used to activate hidden abilities of the mind. Studies have shown that people who spend extended periods in darkness begin to experience heightened intuition, vivid visions, and a deeper connection to unseen realities. Could this mean that the 3 days of darkness could serve as a global activation of human consciousness? If this event occurs, it may not be about physical survival but spiritual evolution. The darkness could be the catalyst that awakens abilities long dormant within us, forcing humanity to step beyond the limitations of the five senses and into a higher state of perception. The science of light and darkness, how they affect human consciousness. Light and darkness play an essential role in shaping human awareness. Scientific studies show that exposure to artificial light disrupts natural circadian rhythms, affecting everything from mood to mental clarity. In contrast, periods of complete darkness have been found to induce altered states of awareness, deep introspection, and even spontaneous healing. Erica Cooper suggests that the 3 days of darkness could be nature's way of forcing a reset not just on an environmental level but within human consciousness itself. If we are constantly bombarded with distractions, artificial energy, and non-stop stimulation, how can we ever hear the inner voice of wisdom? Perhaps this event is not about losing light but about gaining clarity. When external noise is removed, we are left with only ourselves, our thoughts, our emotions, and our connection to something greater. Could this be the perfect moment for humanity to finally step beyond illusion and into a deeper understanding of existence? The metaphysical meaning, a shift in dimensions. Throughout history, mystical traditions have spoken of shifts in dimensions, periods when reality itself transforms. Some believe the 3 days of darkness could be more than just an external event, it could represent a transition into a higher state of existence. Many spiritual leaders suggest that our current reality is a third-dimensional experience, limited by time, space, and material focus. If this darkness arrives, could it be the key to unlocking the next level of human awareness? In various metaphysical teachings, it is believed that a dimensional shift occurs when human consciousness collectively reaches a tipping point. This could mean that the darkness is not a punishment but a necessary step toward activating higher states of perception. Some even theorize that this shift could alter the way we perceive time and space, unlocking abilities such as heightened intuition, telepathic awareness, or even spontaneous healing. If the physical world dims, our inner light may have the opportunity to shine brighter than ever before. Erica Cooper suggests that this transition is not about leaving one world for another but expanding our awareness to perceive beyond the veil. Just as a caterpillar enters a cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, humanity may be stepping into its own period of metamorphosis.